Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Compass Curiosities. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's see here. Ian, how have you been?
Yes.
We had our show. We missed our show last week.
We did, yeah.
Unfortunately, but
Nope.
How have you been?
I've been all right. I had a chance to recharge. I actually got tremendous honor of officiating a wedding this past weekend. Just very close dear friend of mine was getting married and got to go down to DC, spend a couple of days down there, recharge the old batteries and coming back strong. How about you? How are you holding up over there?
I'm doing good. Less and less pain days every day, thankfully. Just had my 41st birthday on Friday.
I was gonna say, you're a little bit older now, yeah?
A little bit older than the last time I saw all you guys, but thank you so much, guys, for all the birthday wishes you guys put out there for me. So I much appreciate that. I don't even have the sponsors pulled up. That's on me.
Oh, I thought they were already up and in. That's on both of us. I thought I saw them down here.
I thought I did too, and I just had to add Jeff's video, but Damien, yes, I am catching up, but Ian still got us both.
Guys, we know who our sponsors are.
Yes, sir.
We got Warner Paranormal, which is an amazing organization. We have an event coming up later. I guess not this week, next week. We have the Masquerade ball coming up, Murder Mystery Night. Check that out at Warner Paranormal. We also have Kimberly Ann Empowerment, still out there, still taking photos, and
still doing her thing.
Has some openings for May, I think. She had a couple of things move around. And then, of course, Get Moderated, my show. Check me out on Thursdays. And then,
of course, this one.
First annual Maine Paranormal and Horror Con is coming to Maine on September 6th and 7th at the Augusta Civic Center. Come meet your favorite paranormal investigators, cryptid hunters, and horror icons. Special guests include John Zaffis, the haunted collector from Sci-Fi, Jeff and Willie from Mountain Monsters, Bob Elmore Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, CJ Graham, also known as Jason Voorhees from Jason Lives Part 6, Ronnie LeBlanc from Expedition Bigfoot, and many more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now. Go to mainparahorror.com to get your tickets and VIP packages now. For more information, check out Maine Paranormal and Horror Con on Facebook and Instagram.
So again, that is one of our main sponsors for the show, the Maine Paranormal and Horror Con, happening in September in Augusta, Maine. We had a couple more sponsors, but we bring them up all the time. We will be cycling through our sponsors here in the next couple of days, and I can't with this man in the background. I know you guys have all been patiently waiting for him. I've known him for a little while now, and he definitely has some antics. He's definitely the life of the party. I know, Ian, you had some interaction with him.
I had a chance to meet him last year at Gettysburg, and earlier today, ironically enough, I got to see his ass.
Yep.
I was flipping through just rolling through my Facebook, and just all cheeked up on a Monday.
Was it the Let's Get Naughty underwear?
Yeah, with his new underwear line. So without further ado, I suppose, Para with a Normals, Mike, whose last name I'm gonna screw it up,
Gagliano, I believe. Gagliano.
These Italian.
Maybe he's over here. No, he's over here smiling like a cheese ball, like knowing we both fucked that up completely.
Yeah.
Is it Gagliano?
So it's actually, so phonetically, you are correct. However, it is Gagliano.
Gagliano. Okay.
Yep, Gagliano.
All right. Yeah, so the second G's kind of silent in it.
Correct. Yes.
All right.
But Gagliano is beautiful. You did great. Gaglione or whatever you said, you're dead.
Yeah, that was the first one. Gaglione.
You're dead to me.
Well, I actually knew someone with the last name Scaglione.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Scaglione, and so it was. We always called her Scagliona, or other various horrible names.
So yeah, you guys
Yeah.
like my my underwear pick?
Yeah,
I'm a model.
yeah. No,
now.
I was flipping through. I was scrolling. It was about an hour and a half ago. I'm like open Facebook for the first time today, and I'm flipping through, and I'm like, whose ass is on my feed? Just like right out of the gate, like people selling them. All right, here we go.
Yeah. So and what's crazy is so we did that for Booze on the Battleship. So it's Let's Get Naughty, like nautical, you know.
Yep.
And I got some heat for that, in fact, because some people are like, "Why were you showing your butt?" I'm like, it's no different than swim trunks.
My
But
wife's
it
a
worked.
boudoir photographer, and she posts photos all the time. What you did was nothing.
Right? But it
Like-
worked. We sold every single piece of underwear we sold them all out.
That is amazing.
That is awesome. That is
Yes.
definitely awesome.
Yes, but you
And
can't
you
pre-order.
need to have a face. So
That's true.
like,
And look,
so you
Well,
had
he
to
not
did.
nearly
He
as
kind of
bad
gave you
as
that
what
like
I'm
blue
wearing
steel
now.
from the background. Are we gonna
Oh,
get a
Jesus.
Can you see those?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, we can see your trunk.
Oh, we could definitely. The trunk's definitely there.
Yeah, those are my jammies. They're just my jammies, and they squeak.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh, the dog came over. I got to be careful, guys.
Yeah, you do.
It's got a new chew toy.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
I know.
jeez. Oh, good Lord.
So, yeah, thanks for having me.
Mike, I just got a text message actually on the side asking if you just helicoptered an elephant dick.
I did. Yes, that just happened.
No, he did not helicopter an
Helicopter.
elephant dick. He helicoptered an elephant trunk.
That's true. That's true.
Fair enough.
Only
It might be
on
a
the
horse-
compass of
It might be
curiosity,
a horse
guys.
cock, but it's
Yes.
it's
You're getting an exclusive.
That's an exclusive. And do you know if you do a helicopter and you do it while doing a 360, it's called a whirly bird?
Just learning all sorts of things.
You're
it
welcome.
is- I don't know if thanks is in order, but I appreciate the knowledge.
The more you know.
The more you know. So, man, how have you guys been? I haven't seen you in almost a year.
Almost a year now. Yeah. No, I'm doing good. Like just chucking away at life and doing.
Did I just hear you turn 41?
I did, sir. I did.
I am.
Oh.
Hey, there it is.
I'm working
Look at
on you. Working on it. Dude.
That's. I
He's
think
going
it's a good
through
photo.
over there.
I think it's a good photo, personally.
But Ian,
Not
you're
a
right.
bad
He definitely
photo.
has that blue steel kind of look to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Looking back,
Right?
yeah, look at this. You get that. You get the lat work going pretty often. You can tell. You get the nice cut traps.
Yeah,
job, man.
right?
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now you know what, Mike? This is actually sometimes when it goes on Spotify and everything, it's actually audio only. So
Oh.
people will be listening to this and go, "I have to see this picture." So they will find you.
Good, yeah. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Michael Gagliano, not Crusty Muskets. For anybody that's watching
So,
live,
is there a story behind Crusty Muskets?
Yeah.
there is a story in the fact that anytime I do a podcast, even my own, I never use the same name twice.
Oh, okay. I normally
Yes.
don't wear sleeves, and I
Yeah.
was just really exhausted before getting on today, and forgot
You're
to
just like,
change
screw it.
shirts. No, I
He-
was already running behind, so I didn't swap shirts.
Oh, man.
If
If
the
you
wife
give him
could
like
definitely
5
assist
minutes, he
with the,
probably could.
Yeah.
Well, the wife who's watching could be coming in with an emergency.
Sleeveless.
Yeah, she
No
could
way.
be coming with a wardrobe change for me here. But
She's
Ian, you're
probably
actually
checking out my
being called
Facebook
out by
page.
listeners.
yeah, yep.
See, Mike,
yeah.
this is the thing. Everybody's used to seeing him, sun's out, guns out.
Not even with the sun. Wow. Yeah, no dice.
Oh,
No, she's all,
He's in
nope,
bed.
I'm in bed.
Here, I'll actually
Unfortunately-
just,
Roll them up. Just roll them up like
yep.
that.
Go for it. Go for it. He's going for it. All right,
Gotta
Mike.
give
So
her a
what do we got going on with Stream Beacon? You got Shane and them over there have been doing a fantastic job with Stream Beacon, and I was
Yes.
excited when they launched it in Gettysburg last year, which was awesome.
Correct.
But what is your role over there on that network?
Yeah. So my role initially started with, I mean, I've been there since its initial creation. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was really created because, in a way, because of our show, Pair with the Normal. So um, I had, I guess, a little bit of background on me first, maybe,
Go
to
for it.
kind of get people familiar with what happened. So um, I've done radio shows, podcasts for most of my life, as a comedian basically.
Yes.
But I had kind of hit like this wall. COVID happened. The owner of our radio station at the time, he died of congestive heart failure just very suddenly.
Oh.
And at the time, I had three different shows. I was doing the rock and comedy show where, I've interviewed everybody from, Journey, Howie Mandel, Sinbad. I've even interviewed Zach Bagans. And
Hold
then I
on, real
had,
quick, real quick. You've interviewed Sinbad.
yes,
The movie exists,
it
man.
exists. Yes,
Shazam exists.
it does. Yes, 100%. I don't know
Or wait,
why
Right.
no,
he's
it's
trying
Kazam.
to
Kazam.
Shazam.
Shazam. Yeah.
Shazam. All right.
Yep.
It does exist. I have seen it myself.
I've seen it too.
Yeah.
I worked a
have
I don't know
blockbuster
vivid
for
why.
memories
8
of it.
years.
I don't know why he's doing the whole thing where he's trying to say that it's not real. It is real. It is
I,
a it is a real thing.
I don't understand the psyop here.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
get
either.
it.
Like,
And then I had a show called Mad Mike's High Power Hour, the only 2-hour show that's 15 minutes long. I did that for a
Nice.
while. And then I had a show called Two Clueless Dudes, which was like my latest iteration of myself, with a buddy, and I just felt like I needed something else. I still was trying to find the calling. I think we're all doing that. We all kind of go through life trying to figure out what's next and what's really for us out there, right?
yes.
Uh, and I happened across Mary Lynn Bast, who I had met many years ago during doing the radio show with my buddy Jay, who died, who very inconveniently, what's
How
his
dare
deal,
him?
right? Yeah. Um, so I hit her up and she's like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing in Deadwood, South Dakota. It's a paranormal convention. Why don't you come out and check it out?" I said, "You know what? Fuck it." I got in my car. I drove from Vegas to Deadwood, South Dakota. I showed up dressed as a Ghostbuster. I had a fake mustache on, so nobody knew it was me. I'm so famous. And then I had the time of my life. It was awesome. I got to do an Estes method. I got to ghost hunt. I got to meet all these incredible people. And one of the people I met was Shane Pittman,
Mm-hmm.
TV's Shane Pittman. And I also met Josh Purvis, his counterpart. But I've never watched, guys, I've never watched any paranormal show. Nothing. None. Zero. Nada. So after I
So,
met him,
so
talked to
I
him.
don't mean to cut you off here real quick.
Yeah.
So you said you've interviewed Zach Baggins. Was this prior to you having any information on the paranormal world at all, or just kind of like
Oh yeah.
cliff notes that they gave you?
That was back in 2010.
Okay. So
He'd
before
only
your
been doing the show.
involvement completely.
Yeah. He'd only been doing the show for about 2 years. All he wanted to talk about was his Lamborghini. So to be completely honest with you. Yeah. So
Well,
well, yeah. But fame, dude's made money. I
Dude,
can't blame
I'd
him for
probably be
that,
talking about my Lamborghini if I just bought one too,
right?
Uh,
So after that, I got back and I did start watching some shows. I watched all the Shane shows, Holzer Files and
mm-hmm.
28 Days Haunted, and then I watched I watched some of the Zach Baggins, and where he takes the ring to Mordor or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, watch that. And then a month later, I run across Shane again at Virginia City, which we were just talking about. So here I am at Virginia City. It's my first time ever going. It's just me. By this point, Marilyn and I had created a podcast called Sidekicks Paranormal, and I went down there to promote it. And while I was down there, I told everybody I was going to dress like an authentic cowboy, because it's Old West town. So I ordered this whole cowboy outfit from Amazon. It turned out to be Woody from Toy Story. It was a whole thing. But it was I had a great time there, and the idea came to me, and I pulled Shane aside. I said, "Hey, I'm sure you get pitches all the time, but I really have a great idea," and that was Pair with the Normal, which is basically I wanted to do something that was a paranormal investigation meets The Office, right?
There you
Uh,
go.
where it's about this psychic slash paranormal investigator and an idiot. And I'm the idiot, right? I don't know. I know nothing, right? So it's all about one idiot's journey to see what's really out there. Does everything have to be scary? Is everything
True.
demons? Is everything? Do you have to be professional? And I wanted to show people that look, you don't have to be scared to watch these shows because a lot of people are like, I'm like, hey, do you watch paranormal shows? Like, oh no, they're too scary. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, well, let me show you that it doesn't have to be that way. That you can be your normal self and just have fun. Go
Mhm.
out with your friends and enjoy life and enjoy. I figure if we like to laugh now, why wouldn't we like to laugh in death?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it just doesn't make sense that we wouldn't, right? So I wanted to show that and that you're more likely, okay, you're more likely to find semen than a demon in a lot of these places.
No, man. I'm not
You know
gonna
what I
lie, I
mean?
never heard it put
Trust
like
me,
that,
bring a
but it's
black light. I
so
did it one
true.
time.
I don't know. You obviously have never
There's like that allure
come
to it.
to a Warner event.
Oh God.
Oh,
But I can be very candid with you. You are far more likely to find semen than a demon at one of our events.
Making us look great.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
well, I mean, I'm
rumors
not
are
saying
already
that they
out
don't
there.
exist, but I mean, for people that are
I'll be honest.
worried.
I am my whole background. I was raised Catholic. I got ordained in the early 2000s. Um, Long story on that, but it wasn't out of some religious zealotness. It was actually majorly out of spite. But no, I've studied this, man. The reality is, like, we've had guests on that were demonologists and things
Yeah.
like that, and one of my biggest things is, um, realistically, even from like a Judeo-Christian biblical perspective, there's like 144 demons total. Like
Right, and there's
total.
what,
Like if you
8
want to go,
billion of us right now?
yeah, if you want to go biblical,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Susan from Wyoming isn't like a grade A target for
Right,
demon
exactly.
possession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she probably stole that fucking potato salad recipe, but Lucifer's not stepping down to handle the situation.
Right. He's not like, wait, hold, she did what?
Well, I mean, if she put raisins in it, he might have to, but
Right.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
there's a
I've
line you
had
don't
that
cross
argument,
there.
and being raised like very, very Catholic, where like we are the front runners for exorcisms for the past 1,000 years or so. We have entire orders of priests that's like their
Their thing.
principal job.
Yeah, but if you actually ask somebody that's ever been associated with the church, the amount of cases are few and far between.
Well,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. I'm not an expert. I don't know, right? And I want to point that out too, is there's so much we don't know, right? So maybe there are, man. Maybe there are, but
Yeah,
the
very well could
reality
be.
is, the reality is, the we're probably not going to run into them. You know what I mean?
No.
Just there's cockroaches in every house. It doesn't mean you're going to see them all, right?
Hmm.
So it's the same to me. So I just wanted to create that show that was fun, funny. You could still learn, go on this experience, but it wasn't too, like we do some investigating, but it's not all about the hard evidence. It's not all
Yeah.
about, spending hours sitting down listening to somebody go, are ghosts there? Are you dead?
Yeah.
There's a lot more to our show. And that was the other thing that drives me crazy, dude. It drives me crazy. Uh, People that go like Trans Allegheny. You guys ever been there?
multiple times.
Okay, multiple. I've never been. I've never been.
I lived in Ohio my entire life, so it was only like a 2-hour drive for me. So I would go there all the time.
Yeah. So I've never been, but I can tell you for certainty that it's one of the most widely gone to locations. It's a massive tourist location for people with paranormal,
It
and
is.
I guarantee they go with the same equipment and they ask the same questions: How'd you die? Do you know you're dead? Who are you? Talk about your death. Can I help you? So everything's always centered and focused around how this person dies. So imagine somebody breaking into your home, okay, every day, and then reminding you about the worst experience of your actual life. Okay. So I like to go in and try to let them, I want to know more about, everybody wants to talk about this piece. I want to know what happened over here.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's experience this. Let's entertain this instead of this.
Like, were you kind of a douche that caused yourself to get killed, or like what's the deal?
Let's get into this. Yeah. And you know what? We get so much more. You can get it's called positive energy for a reason. You know what I mean?
100%.
So that's kind of the purpose behind the show now. Stream Beacon. So I do a lot of stuff with Stream Beacon. Some stuff behind the scenes. I've done camera work. I've done producing, directing stuff that's getting ready to be released in the next year. We're working on stuff. We're working on some really, big name, big, awesome stuff that's coming over to Stream Beacon too. So we got that to look forward to. Yes, we're working on a free to watch version as well. So that's getting ready to be released. It's kind of in like a little bit of a beta. So if you want to, you can go to streambeacontv.com today and you can watch, there are select shows that you can watch the first 3 episodes completely for free. Pair with a normal, my show is one of them. So you'll be able to get to watch our first 3 episodes. And the very first episode is literally my very first time ever doing a true investigation. So you are literally learning and going with me as I am in all of my glory. Nothing is written, nothing is scripted. Everything is all I do what I'm going to do, and they just kind of follow my lead.
See, and that actually brings up a good point. It's one of those things where you were talking about how you like to go and have a good time.
Yeah.
You brought up the term, one that I hate using in this field, of expert. But I agree with everybody. Anybody that's ever asked me about investigating or anything like that, they're like, "What's it like?" You must have shit happen all the time, and it's like, no, he really don't.
Right.
Like, we could sit there for 4 hours just talking to air and get nothing.
Yeah.
There are nights you could walk into a location and you're having noises, footsteps, whispers, this, that, everything else. You can never tell. So with that being said, you said the whole, you're not an expert in the field. Do you believe, you said you've only been involved with the paranormal for about 1.5 years, 2 years now.
That's it.
From what you've seen, you've done the circuits a lot for the events. You've been behind the camera, you've been in front of the camera, things like that. Do you feel that there are any true experts in the paranormal field, or do you believe that there are just experts in certain categories such as audio, video, things like that?
I think there are experts in entertainment. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anybody that can say, "Oh yeah, I'm an expert in the paranormal," because you're dealing with something that is not tangible, right?
Yeah, it's the unknown. Correct.
It really is the unknown. So you can't. If you were an expert in the unknown, then it would be known. I mean, that's just kind of the root of the issue, right?
Ian, I know you got something to say because his face is over there smirking so bad.
Yeah. I made a comment to you that I told you that I'm just out here winning friends in like the 2.5, 3 years I've been in the field. Yeah. And it's because I think the same way. Yeah. We were at an event about 1.5 years ago. Actually, a little under 1 year ago. I won't say which event, and I won't say who was involved or anything like that. But one of Russ and I's, I guess, mutual friends at the time. I don't know if that's actually the proper terminology. I really didn't know them.
Used to be someone I used to know.
Exactly, yeah. And so they were like, "Oh, Ian, you have to come meet so and so," and they had such like reverence, and it was like,
Right.
"Oh,
Yeah.
they're this authority in the field, and they're the most famous," and I'm like, "I'm good."
Yeah. No, I
Like
mean, I think most famous. Yeah, I do think there are people that are very famous in the field.
well, there was like, well, they're the expert. They are the foremost expert in the field, and that's why they're famous. That's why you need to respect them. And I'm like, well, no, I'm
I
good.
think
And I
I think
inevitably
it's
went over to meet them,
yeah.
but I was not going to meet them on like those grounds. Like, and again, you know, you have experience in the kind of celebrity circle and space,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like, rewind, go hop in the way back machine. I actually was a radio show host for a while as well.
Okay.
Out of Connecticut, WSAM. Not as cool as your shows. My show was called Pirating with Lunchbox. I was on from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Damn.
And just like an alt rock show. And I used to just do some stuff. And I had a couple of people like local bands come in. And then I grew up in a town called Marshfield in Massachusetts, which is home to Steve Carell, Steve Tyler, Joe Perry. And so like I grew up seeing these people in the grocery store.
That's cool.
And so like the whole like fawning over a celebrity thing is just, we don't do it from our town because it's rude as hell.
Right,
like you just don't do that. And so when I'm presented with like, oh, this is the authority, this is the celebrity person that knows everything, and they're celebrity because they're an authority, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll meet them like as people, but I'm not going to meet them as a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
And I got, my wife got a text message saying like, oh, we need to reel Ian in. He's not respecting this person's authority. And my wife, she's been my wife now almost 20 years.
That sounds like her problem.
What's that?
That sounds like her problem.
Yeah, she knows who she married.
Yeah, right.
Like she doesn't need the heads up. She cut me loose on this event, full well knowing who I am.
Right.
And so when you're saying like, yeah, no, there's no real authority, there's no tangible evidence, like we're dealing with a metaphysical, like
it's true,
era pseudoscience.
Yeah,
because we can apply the scientific method to what we do, but we can't really get the true, genuine scientific proof because, like you said, if there really was there, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be up for debate.
Right.
There wouldn't be is it real or not, because we would have the physical, tangible evidence that was repeatable.
And there are people though that I do respect in the field, because I do think that they are wise. I do think there are people that have a lot more wisdom in the field, but wisdom is a lot different than knowledge, right? There are two very different things, and that there are people I think that are very wise, and especially in the psychic field. Sarah Lemos, she's just absolutely wonderful. Patty Negri, April Bussett. I mean, there's some great. Obviously, Cindy Kaza, she's amazing. I would have her babies. You know what I mean? That's how sexy she is. And Mary Lynn, my co-host. I mean, there are people out here that are phenomenal. And then you get people like TV's Payne Shipman, as I call him. Shane, he's very knowledgeable in what in the very specific little things that he does. He's very wise to the fact that he doesn't know everything. But he knows what markers he wants to look for. The Kling brothers, same. They have their own unique style that they're known for, and that's great. That works for them. The Wraith Chasers, I got to meet them recently. Great guys. They're very down to earth. They weren't too nuts. I'm good friends with Aaron Sagers. I'm doing an event with him in September.
Now you want to talk about a guy that's nuts?
Who?
Aaron is right up there.
Aaron Sagers?
Oh yeah.
I love Aaron Sagers, man. He
Oh,
crazy.
I do too.
He crazy. But I can appreciate people that don't have. Not everybody can have the same point of view, guys, and I think that's
And
the most important thing.
I think out of the people that you listed that I actually have experience with, I would say one of the most unifying factors across those names was a degree of humility about what they do.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone that you listed there is someone that like comes out and postures on their authority.
Not one of them, and which is
And
amazing.
so to me, that's like the main distinction, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
knowing that we don't know it all is one of the largest aspects of credibility that like if someone says they're an expert and they just know everything, that's when I know I'm dealing with someone that doesn't know shit.
And I've met a few of those, and I just choose not to hang around them. And you know what? I bet you there's people that love them and they get along great with others, but that's obviously not my jam.
Yeah.
And that's okay, right? Like I think that's the whole point. Is I think we can all agree that there's so many different personality types that we'll all find somebody to gravitate towards.
Yep.
And you guys have met me, and that was back when I was first just getting started. Now I can't. It's I go into any type of when I first started, I had to pay to get to every Paracon I went to, right?
Yep.
I paid money. I had to pay for my hotel. I pay for this. Now I don't have to pay. I don't pay for anything anymore because people know who I am. But I worked. I earned that. I worked really hard to create that. And to be successful and to not be a jerk, right?
Yeah.
And now it's so wonderful how accepting a lot of the people have been, especially for me, because I'm not like a true. You guys have so much larger wisdom base than I do, or will probably ever have, because
I would argue against that, but because it's so circumstantial. It is
right.
so incredibly circumstantial.
It
Like,
is. No, that's so absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
because honestly, I've been in about 3 years. I've investigated, I think, 9 different locations, 8 or 9 different locations. So you, in the short time you've been doing it, you probably have me far outstripped in the amount of locations you've been to.
I've been to, well, yeah, especially if you include like the Paracons and stuff. Yeah.
However, I have keys to a building that I can go to right now and
That's
do
awesome.
frequently that is consistently active.
That's awesome.
Now, it's a situation where there's a few of us that are there very, very frequently. And so it's always active for us because, to your point earlier, we don't go in and say, "How'd you die?"
Right.
We go in and just say, "How we doing today?" Like,
but we've
what's
been
going
there so
on?
many times that they're
Everybody
used
good
to
today? Yeah,
Right.
like you have that kind of communal conversation with them, as opposed to like I'm gonna find out how you died and when you died, and how old are you, and do you know it's 2025?
Right.
So yeah, I think that you have that approach very early, and that kind of understanding. So like you're saying, like, oh, we have this, because of duration, we have a wisdom. I couldn't disagree with it more, because I mean, you came into it at this point ahead of how far I did, by a fair amount. You gotta tip the chef now. What's going on?
There's a craziness going on in the kitchen.
You got Gordon Ramsay back there?
Yeah. This is just pandemonium, cats and dogs living together. But no, you're absolutely right. And I'm the type of person, and like you said, you guys got to meet me at the last Gettysburg. Wherever I go, I'm always going to be me. I am a very in your face, high energy, big personality type person, right? So,
I have
but that's
no idea
that's just
what
how I
living
am.
life like that is like.
No idea at all, Ian.
Yeah.
You came out to the fire, didn't you? I feel like you were out at that. I feel like you were out at the bonfire.
I was. Yeah,
nights.
I did come out to the bonfire. I was out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, I did the bartending. Took my shirt off.
Yeah, and honestly, that was the only time I had any negative feeling towards you at all.
I believe it.
Is you just come out there and you're just out there looking like you were, dude.
I came
It was
to
not
party.
fair to those of us that are struggling through menopause here.
Menopause
You
is
know,
funny.
we're out here growing pecs that sag instead of lift, and
Right.
this buck comes out ripping his shirt off. I
Right.
threw a couple pills at you for it though.
I was very determined to win. I did lose though. But
You
however,
lost to Batman in suspenders though.
no, actually, no, we were on the same team.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
They
we
lost to
actually did
Brian and
great.
Rochelle.
Ryan, now, but
Oh.
here's the caveat: we actually won until they decided to do a recount, and we watched them put in their own money. Okay, so I demand a
Collusion.
rematch. I demand one.
Collusion.
Yes. So, so I've already
There's
talked
an
to Pam
asterisk next
Berry.
to that win.
I'm hoping that she will consider me for the next Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. I will be there for those who are
Yeah.
interested. But we did great. We did raise a lot of money to
Yes.
help the young lady.
Yes,
Which was
because
what it was all about.
right after you guys did the bartending event, I went outside and Mr. Ian over here shaved everything off of me.
And then
That's
we
right.
waxed
You
our
got your
legs.
hair shaved. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was really
we
awesome.
sold our
Man.
legs for waxing.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Which,
Yes, a
by
live
the way,
waxing.
I'm
We
gonna
should
say,
do that, guys. You guys want to do that?
I'll do it again because
do
you
it
know
again.
what? I don't understand what women complain about the leg wax.
You know
It
what we
was
could do?
easy.
We could do $20. You donate $20. You could put the wax on and rip it off.
That's what we.
One pack.
That's what we were
actually how
doing.
it started.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
actually
it.
how it started.
Let's
Yep.
do that. I'm going to talk to Pam about it. That would be great.
Yeah, that's how we did it last year. And
I'm just going to ask that people stay away from my swamp thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No taint. No taint.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, the whole leg waxing thing blew my mind at how comfortable it was.
It wasn't that bad.
No, not at all.
Look, I'll do my chest, back, whatever you guys want. If it raises money, I'm in.
That's what I was saying because unfortunately I'm not going to be able to make it to Gettysburg this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a follow up with my doctor and I may have to have another surgery. So
shit.
I'm
Okay.
waiting to see how that goes.
Somebody told me that you had a really massive wiener, and that was the issue.
It is.
So
It
they
gets
said-
heavy to carry.
No. He took a massive wiener,
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
and it's been causing splits and fissures.
Oh, yeah. Now he's walking funny. Hurt his back.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. No, but I'd already told Pam and
to
Steve.
be fair, technically and in reality, Russ, your back
did rip me a new hole.
Yeah,
it did. But I'm really excited for Gettysburg, and I'm hoping. Are you going to be there?
I really want to go. I just don't know yet. My wife runs her photography company, and we have a 7-year-old, and so negotiating a weekend away is usually pretty difficult.
Okay, but you are going to be at the paranormal Rock Island Roadhouse.
I have confirmed that I will be at the main Paracon. I don't know about Rock Island yet.
Okay.
Russ, we didn't have plans. Did we confirm Rock Island?
We have not yet because we were trying to figure out travel.
Okay. Actually, I think the wife might agree with me for that.
This is October 4th. It's a one-day event.
So. Yeah, it's literally one and done. Rock Island is in Illinois, is that right?
Yeah, Illinois, Wisconsin, something like right around there. Yeah.
So it's like 13 hours, 14 hours.
Super close. Super close.
From us, dude, it took me 11 hours to get from Ohio to up here.
Where do you guys live? I don't even know.
We're in Massachusetts. We're just south of Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't.
So Salem was my backyard.
No way. I've never been to. I've never been to Massachusetts to do any type of investigating.
Well, I mean, we have multiple locations that we help run and facilitate, and we do so we have 2 historic locations that we actually operate out of that we help with the preservation and maintenance of.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah. So, like
Yes, sir.
next week, my wife is doing a murder mystery night over at the
Oh, that's
Harstuff Hall.
awesome.
Yeah, it was built in 1899 by the wives of Civil War veterans, so that they could have, well, it was raised, like the money was raised, so that their husbands could have like a communal space to go and kind of commiserate. Since then, it's been a school, it's been a church, it's been an Odd Fellows. Well, supposedly the Odd Fellows just stored stuff there. But yeah, it's been a number of different things throughout the years. We've had the tremendous honor of helping them maintain the building, promote the building, and get some state funding to update the building.
That is awesome.
But genuinely, that place, I say it all the time, it never fails. When folks come in with the right energy and they're coming to like kind of experience it and just talk, not to do the whole, how'd you die?
Right.
Where'd you die? When they come in to actually talk and try to have conversations, there's always a solid amount of call and response. Estes is a phenomenal method for that location.
Love that.
One of my favorite stories is my wife was doing an Estes session with Danny from Get Haunted.
Okay.
In the main ballroom. And I was coming down the stairs, and my wife's got the noise cancellations on and everything like that. And Danny asks her, who's there? As I'm coming around the corner, my wife says, Ian and Paul. And Paul is the name of a spirit that we've normally identified upstairs.
Oh, shit.
That I had invited to come downstairs as I was leaving, because I talked to them like they're regular people standing next to me.
Yeah.
I just be like, hey, if you want to come downstairs, I'm heading downstairs.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
Sure enough, I come around that corner to hear my name, and that was it.
That's
like,
wild.
Who's here? Oh, Ian and Paul. And then I come around the corner, and Danny has about a heart attack.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I actually have Mary Lynn with me, my co-host. So I just wanted to introduce her really quick.
Yeah, she wants to come in. Yeah.
Hey, Mary Lynn, how are you?
Good. How are you?
So we are. We're getting ready to head to the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival. We do that on May 3rd.
Oh, nice.
In the meantime, we found out about this incredible spot called the Starlight Hills Campground. And it is in North Carolina. It's about an hour and a half from Charlotte.
I actually know it.
Yeah, I lived in North Carolina too, so I actually know it as well.
Russ and I both lived in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, this is right in Bostic. And so we're down here because the owner, who are good friends of mine now, they own 40 acres land. They've built these incredible, they've got incredible tents and this incredible like dome-like tent that you could have like the constellation on. You could see outside, and the area is known for its Bigfoot activity. So we've come out here to kind of immerse ourselves into the squatching atmosphere. So if there's anybody out there that decides they want to come to North Carolina, hit us up. We'll put you in touch with the owners, and it's like glamping, dude. It's amazing. They've got great facilities. They've got internet. They've got everything, but you've got 40 acres to do whatever you want. Be completely alone, totally private, not have any freaking issues. Yeah, look at that. They've got a spa. Yeah. They've got a sauna. I mean, this place is nuts, dude. I absolutely love it here. So definitely, if you get a chance to check it out, man. It is the best way to look for Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you right now. And we've only been here one night, and we've already had activity. We actually had something shake our, so we're in his dome tent. And we had something actually shake it about 4 a.m. And we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, no, So I have friends that are still down there, and I've looked at.
American as well. And it was enough that I decided I was done, and I'm now in their actual home. I was like, I'm done. I can't. Nope, I'm out.
Oh,
So
that is too funny.
she's going back. She's going back tonight, but I'm staying here.
I'll tell you what, though, if you do make it out to
Oh no,
Massachusetts.
I lost your audio.
Oh, did I mute myself? What's going on here?
Can you hear me, Mike?
Now?
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
me,
hear
that's
you.
good. I just can't hear you guys.
You cut out
Okay.
for a minute there.
Yes, we can hear you, Tasha. That was the owners. Yeah, we're hanging out with the owners right now. Sorry, I still can't hear you guys, so I'm not sure what the audience hears, whether it's you or me. So in case it's me, I'll keep talking.
They hear everyone, I think.
Okay, goodbye. Adios. Yep, she's off to her campground. She's off to go to sleep. Oh, I can hear somebody now.
Yeah, you can hear me now, hopefully.
Okay, Arthur can hear all of us. That's awesome, Arthur. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, good. Yeah, so the place is amazing, dude. So if you want to come out,
but you might hear us though.
We'll probably work with the owners and try to come up with a special code for everybody, so you can kind of save a little bit of money when you come out here.
Do
And yeah,
con type thing.
yeah, we're actually in the process of talking about actually doing a paranormal convention out here for Bigfoot. Because there's enough land, there's enough area that maybe we could actually do a whole.
Activity.
Yeah. This place is freaking awesome, dude. So we'll keep everybody posted on that, and we'll do some videos as well.
All right, cool. Can you hear us now or no?
Yep, I sure can.
Oh,
I would love to make it back down to North Carolina again. I absolutely loved it down there.
It's
but
great.
Michael, what I was going to tell you is if you make it to Massachusetts,
yes,
not only are we littered with historic buildings and just amazing graveyards and spots to actually investigate, but where we are specifically is a place called the Bridgewater Triangle. And we actually have a good friend of ours, Richie. Can you not hear me?
Your audio's cutting in and out a little bit.
I'm piecing it together.
Going on here. We have a good friend of ours, Richie, who does Sasquatch hunting. He does squatching. And so we have quite a few reports in the area of the Sam Squanch here as well.
Yes.
Among
Farm boys.
As well as puck wedgies and
the puck wedgie. Yep. That is a very New England thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Very much so.
I've never heard that before. Puck wedgies.
Puck wedgie.
Puck wedgie?
Wedgie. Puck wedgie. Yep.
Puck wedgie.
Yeah, it's
the puck wedgie was fuzzy?
It can be, yes.
Yeah.
It's a fuzzy puck wedgie?
It's a fuzzy, spiky little demon thing.
You have to send me a picture.
Oh, he'll Google it right now and show you right here.
Okay, well, in the meantime, so for those who don't know, I love, anytime I do my podcast, I drink. I love alcohol, whiskeys specifically. I do like bourbons too. Here in North Carolina, I was at a local liquor shop, and I saw this, and I've never seen it before. And I absolutely had to have it because, as most people know, Val Kilmer, he just passed away, right?
Yes.
And he is very famous for his role as Doc Holliday, right? Yep. So Doc Holliday is actually the name of a bourbon, and they made a very special edition.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to show you guys this because it is absurdly awesome. Can you see all that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it is a gun cork with the bottle.
Wow. That is
pretty awesome, right?
That's crazy.
So, okay, find a puck wedgie, puck wedge.
I already have it pulled up. I'm also now buying one of those.
He's now buying one of those whiskey things because Ian is a big whiskey bourbon person.
I was blown away when I saw it. I was like, I gotta have it. Oh, that's what a puck wedgie looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like my brother. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the little link for anybody that cares.
Wants
So
to
wait,
know.
are they small or are they big?
Yes. Yeah.
They're small.
Typically,
They're almost like fairy size.
Oh, okay.
oh, yay.
Well, yeah, troll size,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
garden
So yeah,
gnome.
like garden gnome size. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do we know what they taste like?
I would imagine pain.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
Those are sharp barbs, and
yeah,
they're a
kind of
bit
like
a
going to
twister.
battle with a porcupine.
That's not good.
Yeah.
They might hurt my weenus.
It might.
Oh no, 100% would.
Yeah, and I have
that's
great weenuses. I do not need that. I don't need that. You know, I
all right.
lotion.
So you're a comedian. You've
Yeah.
done comedy and everything. So let's pose a hypothetical question to you, and this is something I've done a couple times on the shows in the past. You have to assemble a team of investigators. Now they can be fact or fictional, living or dead.
Hold on, I just gotta say, I love that there's a blinking light in your background that's letting us know you're not.
Yeah,
the entire
exactly.
Time. It made it so much better.
Yep. I tried to finish that question with a straight face as much as I could. So,
right.
a
Putting
team
a
of
team
5
together.
investigators plus
Okay.
yourself. So you get 5 picks, and it could be a team. It could be, like if you pick Scooby Doo, I'm only going to let you pick just Scooby Doo as a one choice.
Okay. So, but they can be
So,
like fictional, even.
They could be fact, fictional, living, past, anything. Who would your all-star team? Yeah, 5. Who would your all-star team be?
Okay. All right. Well, for my number one choice, and this is going to be very controversial, but I'm going to go with Hitler. Now, I know that sounds weird, okay? But bear with me now.
Weird flex.
Yeah. Bear with me. As most people may know, he was really big into finding out about like zombies, the occult.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So I figure, you know what? He may actually have some info. Next, I'm going to go with Vlad. In case somebody does actually need to be impaled, I know that he will go through with it. He's excellent with follow through, right?
Yes, he's a man of his word.
He's a man of his word.
Yep.
On top of that, I mean, he himself is responsible for the creation of one of the greatest, supernatural mythology legends known to mankind. You know, Dracula.
Yep.
So I think he would be a great one. I can tell you who I will not invite. I will not be inviting Genghis Khan, okay? Because he just bangs everybody.
Yeah,
okay?
he just sleep with
He'd be
everybody.
related to half the
Leave
ghosts, but he
some
might
for
be
the
a good
rest of us,
channel.
bro. Okay,
But he might
Leave
be a good
some.
channel. He could be a good channel because he's related to a sixth of the world's population.
Yeah, like literally everyone. He's like Kevin Bacon. Like everybody knows him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I'm not gonna. He's
Yep,
out.
You got your two.
He's just out. Okay.
We're doing process of elimination.
Yeah. So we got Hitler, and we've got Vlad right now. Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't go Goebbels though, because Goebbels was the one that led the occult side.
That's true. I could have, but I feel like for as awful as Hitler was, like I feel like he was even more awful. And like
Goebbels 100% was.
Yeah, so I can only take so much meanery. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair.
Right. So
I mean, Hitler at least had the syphilis excuse. So.
You got to have the balance.
Right, which is exactly why I can't invite Napoleon. He also had syphilis, right? So he's out.
Yeah, 2 dudes with the same issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just redundant.
You can't have that, right? Yeah. So he's out. So is Al Capone. Nope, not happening. Good syphilis again.
It's running rampant.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Here goes Mickey Mantle.
I'm gonna go with. So next, if I could choose, I'd have to go with somebody with a great analytical mind that sees things differently. So I'm gonna take Jack Reacher. One, the motherfucker's huge. Okay.
Yeah.
2,
can't argue that.
Right. I mean, he's kind of like Batman.
I mean, we're talking season 3 Amazon Prime Reacher, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Okay, because it could have been the Tom Cruise version.
Yeah.
He
No. Yeah. No.
definitely
No.
sees things differently
Right. That's
too.
true. Well, he sees things differently from about 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny is I've actually been mistaken because I used to wear aviators. So I actually got mistaken for Tom Cruise once. I don't remember where I was. I was on vacation. So I used it. I got into like nightclubs. I got like It was crazy, dude. It worked for like the whole trip. It was nuts. Obviously I am not Tom Cruise, so I don't know what that was about. But
Well, if it
it
is
did
and
work.
you're incognito,
Hey.
I appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome.
Hey, very good.
So I would have to go. I would probably take Jack Reacher. I would then go with I'm gonna have to go with Gal Gadot.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, because honestly, sometimes investigations get boring and you need something great to look at. And she's just incredibly sexy. Let's just be real.
Can't
And
argue with that
she was,
logic.
and she was in the military. She's a badass too. She's a badass.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a good one. But that's 4, right? So I have one
You got,
more.
you got one more.
I have one more. Oh, and I get thumbs up. There you go. Look at that.
You got the thumbs up.
For my last one, for all the marbles, who would I take?
Dramatic effect.
In my opinion, there's only one more choice that you can really make here to really round it out.
What do you
I'm
think that is?
curious if you're going to land on it.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to go with I'm thinking it over. I'm mulling it, right? I'm going to have to go with Papa Smurf.
Oh shit!
That's
Okay.
out of left field. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, he's small enough. He can get through any closed door and probably open it for us, right?
And has magic.
Yep.
And he's got magic,
He
right? I
does.
would have to be careful for Gargamel. I mean, that is definitely a problem now, right? But I think I could handle. I think I could handle a Gargamel should he come around. So I'm gonna go with Papa Smurf, man.
I respect the choice. I was expecting Velma, but you threw one out there.
Thank you. Well, I kind of got.
Velma is the underrated character. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that.
Out of the box lineup you've ever had. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that was really good.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you opened with Hitler.
I did.
Yes.
Like that was
it's
the
controversial.
Opening. Yeah, that's a rough one.
You went controversial at first and tried to win him over with the next picks.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I mean, there is logic behind your decision there.
Yes,
so,
there is.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, I felt like if somebody's going to be truly occult worthy, those weird forbidden knowledge type things, the Cthulhu type things, I mean, he's a pretty good one. I mean, I guess you could have gone with like somebody like H.P. Lovecraft, but I don't know. Yeah. He's really like big. He's fat-ish. And I just don't know. He's got that round tummy.
He's not going to be able to keep up.
No.
Yeah, I would be worried that would be a problem. Like he would fall down the mountain or something. He would just roll.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I would have gone for my wild card. It probably would have been Tesla.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I probably would have gone Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, because fuck Edison.
Right. Yeah, I would have to go Tesla.
I mean,
I realize Papa Smurf is a little bit controversial. My other choice would have accepted like maybe one of the gummy bears. But the problem is the gummy bears.
And you would have been able to bounce here and there and everywhere.
Right, but only if they would be willing to share the gummy berry juice. If they weren't willing to share the gummy berry juice, then I've got to go back to Papa Smurf.
You got it.
No way. You could twist one of them like a pop top and take the gummy juice. I mean, it's not. They're still only about that big.
Yeah, but you only have one on the investigation.
Right. Yeah. So I would prefer them to, I don't know how to poop out the juice for us to drink or whatever it is however it works.
Well, I mean, there's one way to do that.
That's how it happens.
Because that alone would help us get into places that we wouldn't normally be able to get into. Because that was what I was thinking. Like, who could take that rogue that rogue section, you know. I thought Papa Smurf with his magic and his tiny size, not a bad choice. Tinkerbell would be another good one.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're bringing a whole new dimension to this question.
Right?
You know, before tonight, I would have never thought about putting Inspector Gadget on the list.
But
But
look, he might be great. My only concern
utility
is,
player, man. Utility
does
player.
he, ghosts tend to drain batteries, and does he run on batteries?
True.
Ooh.
Right? Like, would he just turn off at some point? You know, go gadget limp dick. You know, we don't need that.
Yeah. His REM
Michael
pod
out
would
here
fall off.
spitting facts.
Yeah. So that would be
Where do
my
you think?
concern.
Where do you think Inspector Gadget's theremin would be?
Where do I think is what would be?
You know the theremin that's in REM pods that go wow.
Ooh,
Where do you think that would be on Inspector Gadget? Where's he getting touched to make that noise?
That's true, right? That's true. He's kind of like a walking. He could be like rocking REM pod, EVP.
He's literally your equipment bag.
Yeah,
in human form.
SP7.
Pretty much.
Yep. We would just, you know, again, it comes down to battery life.
Yeah.
Battery life is my only concern there with Inspector Gadget, and I don't think they ever really talked about it.
No, they never addressed it.
Right? So I think that's something that should be. I think that's something that needs to be. The lore of that needs to be fleshed out before I can pick him. I'm sorry.
That's fair. Totally fair.
That is a completely like.
It's a good point.
Valid argument.
Yep.
Oh, you know who the real flex is to take that utility spot away from Inspector Gadget without the battery power? Santa.
I have one problem with Santa Claus.
Okay.
I am a snack guy. He will eat my snacks. I can't have that.
Yeah, but he has the cookies and milk of 6 billion children. He's coming, Steph.
And he eats them all, bro.
No, he doesn't.
Like, the dude does not
a couple
stop.
of bites. He only takes a couple of bites. He doesn't eat them all. He takes like 2 or 3 bites. We all know this.
Dude, that's even worse. Dude, don't touch my cookies.
And he might bring carrots. So you'll have a healthy option as well.
Stop licking my chocolate nips. Okay? Like, seriously. But maybe somebody like what about Lion-O? You know, he does have that magic sword, and he can see beyond sight.
Might be on sight. Yeah.
That could be good. I could do a Lion-O.
He's going to be pressing on Gal with the Krav Maga, so you already have that like fighter position in there.
Ian's rethinking his whole lineup.
This is crazy.
Mike, I think you actually put some things in perspective for Ian tonight. He's really rethinking
outside the box a little bit.
Yeah,
that's it.
And you know what? My wild card probably wouldn't be Hitler. It would probably be Ron Jeremy, just to hang out. You know,
Ron Jeremy?
Hell yeah.
You don't want Ron Jeremy. I've met Ron Jeremy. He's an narcoleptic. He falls asleep.
My brother.
Yeah, he will fall asleep in every investigation and be completely worthless.
Have you ever been around a narcoleptic like that you have some relationship or trust with?
I was to say my buddy Jay, but it turns out it wasn't narcolepsy; it was congestive heart failure.
Oh, Christ!
Yeah. So.
Good God, man.
So my brother is narcoleptic.
Okay.
Which has given me the most fun
I believe that.
I've ever had. So one of the best things for me and worst things for my brother.
I'm here for it, Ashley.
Paraplexy.
Okay. Yes. That's where you strain, right?
Well, no. So if you have a huge increase in emotional response, you go catatonic.
Right.
You're awake.
Yeah.
You just go dead. And so I spent about 15 years crafting instances, or cataplexy. That's what it's called, cataplexy. I would craft moments that were leading to him having an episode.
Oh, wow.
And so I would engineer entire evenings to emotionally ramp up to an apex that I knew would drop him.
Boom.
And this is Ian.
Other times, I'd take him on car rides with me. I'd be like, hey, man, do you want to go 3 states over with me? And he'd be like, all right, cool, I'll ride with you. And he'd get in the passenger seat. And one of my favorite things, clipping down the highway, you find a nice long rumble strip. And you got nobody behind you, nobody in front of you. And you jam on the brakes, swerve into the rumble strip, and start screaming while he's asleep.
Oh, my God.
And so he just wakes up to woods in front of him and the rumble strip and me screaming. Or every now and again, you get really lucky and somebody's on one of like the rear wheel toes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are my favorite.
Towed on the rear wheel. And you're like in traffic.
Yes.
I have changed lanes like 8 times to get behind one of these while he was asleep so I could start yelling so that he would wake up and just see a truck in front of us. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun. I'm a terrible person for it, but it was a lot of fun.
I just have to say, this is a lot of firsts that we've had on Compass Curiosities. And you know what? I really appreciate you for giving us this first. I mean, but this one kind of has me questioning here a little bit.
Vagal response, Russ. Vagal.
I know, but I'm just like, I don't know what a vagal response is. That's
neither do I. But when I first read it, I didn't read vagal.
You saw what I saw.
Yes. Yeah,
we all
thought it was vaginal. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, I was like, my brother definitely did not have one of those, although he was a bit of a pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All right, Mike. So we're headed towards the end of the show. Plug yourself. Sure. Not as creepy as Norman Bates. Please don't.
Oh, you know what? No, it's the vagal nerve. That's why. That's what. Yeah.
The vagal. Yeah. So first off, no. Yeah, so Michael Gagliano, you can find me on Facebook, Pair with the Normal, also on Facebook. I'm on TikTok as Pair with the Normal, at Pair with the Normal. I am on Instagram as well, but I am on Instagram as junk.mcgee, MCGEE. So that used to be my name on Facebook too, but they finally, busted me. I was Junk McGee for like 10 years. Jerks.
Oh, wow.
So yes, I do answer to Junk. If you ever see me, you're like, hey, Junk, I will immediately turn around and know that you're talking about me. And a lot of times, there's so many mics. So Mike G, I answer to Mike G. Obviously, Crusty Muskets, I will answer to that as well. But please check out my show. It's on Stream Beacon, streambeacontv.com. It is on Roku. It's on the Apple. You can download it as an app. If you're on Google, I don't think it works on Google right now. They're still going through some beta testing. Oh, yes, and Crystal is right. I do have my OnlyFans page, which is where you get to see more of the butt stuff.
You get to see you plug yourself.
Yeah, lots of plugging. So you could definitely. I do need to get an OnlyFans. I tried one maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and the only subscription I got was my mom, which is really cool. I appreciate her repping
it's good
me.
For being
but
supportive,
It is. It really is. Like that.
Turns out there's just no market for elbows.
And to be fair, all your shit's old news to her anyway.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? And
it's all redundant material.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned that, like OnlyFans and like pornography is such a big thing. Because who hasn't seen somebody naked? It's just a body, bro. Calm down. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But that being said,
I will say that does remind me.
Lots of money off strippers, so it is what it is.
Do you watch Kill Tony at all?
Kill Tony, yes, yeah. Very funny guy.
Did you see the guy that was on about a month ago? And he asked a really important question that's kind of tangent or tertiary to porn. Why all silicone casts are circumcised? Why are they all circumcised?
That's a good question.
So I guess that's the thought I'm going to leave everybody with
I
tonight.
like it.
That is a very interesting thought to leave everybody
Maybe
with,
on the
because,
next episode, we'll pull back the hood on that industry.
Yep.
I mean, we got to reveal some of the layers of it and figure out what's going on under there.
But I want to leave you guys with one really interesting question here. If aliens exist, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they are abducting us, right? Is it it's then feasible that aliens have their own aliens that could potentially be abducting them? And they could be abducting us because they're trying to figure out why they're getting abducted. And if we all agree that aliens exist and they're visiting us, and then people think that the pyramids and whatnot are also made by aliens, why wouldn't the aliens visit the places that were made by aliens? But they never do. So were they actually made by aliens?
You're
or was it
taking
something else?
You're taking like generational trauma and making it interspecies.
Right. I'm just saying. I'm exiting the chat. I'm just putting that out there for everybody.
I can definitely track with this one. Yeah. Yeah.
There you
So
go.
who probes the prober?
Who probes the prober? I mean, do aliens believe that aliens exist? Do they have their own version of aliens that they don't know or understand?
Well, but if they've traversed the stars to come probe us, I guess their aliens would definitely have to be multi-dimensional, right? Like, because they already know there's other life in this plane.
What if they're only traversing this galaxy? Not all of the stars, just this galaxy. What if they're from a completely different galaxy?
Yeah. From Uranus to Uranus.
Yeah, that's it. Bada boom, bada bing. It's a beautiful thing. Right? Do they call, I mean, right? Who knows? But do regular aliens have aliens that they're afraid of? Do they have those stories that they tell their kids? You know, do other aliens come abduct them and then probe their splugorth or whatever? I don't know.
So it's almost like the Predator pyramid, like the.
Yeah, what if there's actually more to that than we give credit to? We always think of it so narcissistically, like we're the center, but what if we're not?
We're just a fringe.
We're just flesh
we are just
buttholes
at the bottom of a long line of probing pecking orders.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Because all they get when they come down here is moonshine recipes and how to make a Philly cheesesteak. So, I mean.
But both, you know, good knowledge.
Both are important.
Yes.
Both are important.
Do aliens believe in aliens?
You're definitely leaving us with a stumper here. That's something that's going to have to be thought on.
Yep. You're welcome, folks.
Jesus, Michael, it has been
actually
such a
thinking
pleasure.
of a graphic design right now, and I'm thinking I'm going to make something up that says "Who probes the prober?"
Okay, so Michael, Ian does a show on the side, his own show called Get Moderated 2.0. And he dives into these theories and conspiracy theories and things like that. And I think you just might have given him another topic.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Feel free to contact me if you ever need somebody for it. I'd love to come on and talk about that or other things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is more of like I get to just kind of hang out and shoot the shit
bullshit
and just really kind of bullshit around. And the other show is more of like a lecture style, a little bit more like in depth. There's a point to it. Like there's specific information that we're going over. And it really is a little bit more like academic, or I really don't like using that term, but like formally, informally academic.
Yep. I said I can do that too. So
excellent.
I've got a few theories that I can run by you later. They'll blow your mind.
Well, I think you and Ian are going to have to get into contact and figure that
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah.
So, all right, Michael, I appreciate you so much. We're going to post all your stuff and now you look like the dude from Smile, but okay, cool. Jesus. Even you're scaring the dog.
I did.
No, but I really appreciate you. So everybody check out Stream Beacon TV. Check out Para with a Normal. Check out Michael on Facebook. Anywhere you can find
TikTok.
him. He'll be running around everywhere at all these events. So you can't miss him.
Yep. Paranormal Rock Down. I'll be at Rock Island Roadhouse. I'll be at Gettysburg. I will be at...
The only one you're not coming to this year is the one at the main Paranormal and HorrorCon in September. That we would love to have you there. April Bassett's going to be there.
What days is it?
Danger's coming.
September 6th and 7th.
I might be able to do that, actually. Okay, yeah.
If you can, that'd be great, because Danger's going to come. April's going to come.
Yep.
We got John Zaffis is coming. We got like Jeff and Willie from Mountain Monsters. So if you're into the cryptids, it's definitely going to be a great event. Prices aren't terrible to get in, but I'll talk to a couple people and see what we can do for you.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy.
So, but all right, Michael, thank you so much again. And Ashley, the one in the chat room, that's actually her event that she's running.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Yep. Jeff and Ashley, two of my very good friends. They'll definitely work something out with you, I'm sure. But Michael, again,
I'd love to hear more about it.
Thank you so much, and good luck on your next road wherever you're traveling. I hope you have some very exciting and memorable experiences, because life's all about the journey. So you just take every moment in that you can. So, but I appreciate you so much, Michael. Final parting words besides for the alien thing.
Oh, if I that's a great one. Final words, folks. Eggs are nothing more than delicious butt nuggets.
Okay.
All right. That's where we're gonna go with this. All right. Well, thank you so much, Michael. We will catch up with you here soon. Go enjoy your time down in North Carolina. You're gonna love the place.
Thanks, sir.
And we will see you soon. Thank you, sir. All right, guys. So that was Michael. Definitely check him out. He is a great, great person, as you saw. Snacks and underwear included. So definitely thank you guys so much for coming out and listening. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I know we've had some bumps here, but we are working on getting better and getting a little bit going. Next week, if you remember my guest from a couple weeks ago, Tony Raithman, talking about Staticom. Next week, we have Ron and Lords Iacovetti coming on, talking about the digital seance experience, which is similar to Staticom, but definitely something that really piqued Ian's interest when we had him on. So definitely be a great to kind of see a different program, how it works and everything like that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you guys. And Ian,
stay blessed.
The first annual Maine Paranormal and Horror Con is coming to Maine on September 6th and 7th at the Augusta Civic Center. Come meet your favorite paranormal investigators, cryptid hunters, and horror icons. Special guests include John Zaffis, the haunted collector from Sci-Fi, Jeff and Willie from Mountain Monsters, Bob Elmore Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, CJ Graham, also known as Jason Voorhees from Jason Lives Part 6, Ronnie LeBlanc from Expedition Bigfoot, and many more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now. Go to mainparahorror.com to get your tickets and VIP packages now. For more information, check out Maine Paranormal and Horror Con on Facebook and Instagram.